So Jordan Love finished last season on an absolute tear. In his final 9 games, he had the second most touchdowns in the NFL over that span, 20. Among the top 20 QBs when it came to touchdown passes, he had the lowest interceptions, 3. So 20 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions in his final 9 games. He had the 6th highest completion percentage at around 68%, the 4th highest passer rating, and the 2nd most yards in the NFL during that period at 2,438. And yet it still seems to me that people are too low on Jordan Love. I thought that after this season that there would be more people coming around to Jordan Love being, the top 5 quarterback that he is. But if you look at some of these recent rankings from different sites, people still, I think, are not giving Jordan Love enough credit for what he did to end last season, making it to the playoffs, destroying the Cowboys, almost beating the 49ers, who are and have been for a while one of the best teams in the NFL. And so here's some rankings from a few different sites I looked over, and if you have more, feel free to let me know. But we have 11th by PFF. They rank Jordan Love as the 11th best quarterback. So it's better than last season. It's tough when you're ranking a quarterback who has not played a lot of games, barely any, before he took over for the Packers last season. And so I understand some of those low rankings last year, because how do you rank a guy like that? But now after seeing what we saw, I just don't think that he should be anywhere outside the top 5. I really just don't see it. PFF has him 11th. Then if we look at 33rd Team, which is another site, they have Jordan Love at 10th and Trevor Lawrence at 8th. And then Chris Sims has Jordan Love at 13th, and he put Trevor Lawrence at 11th. So first off, I really do not understand the love for Trevor Lawrence over Jordan Love, because Trevor Lawrence has now been starting in the NFL for 3 seasons. And if we just look at the overall stats from last season, I don't think that they should be even in the same category when it comes to ranking quarterbacks. Jordan Love last season, 32 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Very good for his first year starting. Trevor Lawrence last season, 21 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. So Jordan Love last year had 11 more passing touchdowns than Trevor Lawrence and 3 less interceptions in his first season starting in the NFL. Now is Trevor Lawrence's 3rd year. And I don't think Trevor Lawrence is a bad quarterback, but I'd say he's a average, middling quarterback, probably around the 15th best quarterback in the NFL. Then if we look at the final 9 games comparing both of them, Jordan Love, as I said, 20 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. And during that same span, which is weeks 10 through 18, Trevor Lawrence had 12 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. So in my opinion, Trevor Lawrence, as I said, should be around 15th. Jordan Love, top 5, in my opinion. And part of me wonders if it's because Jordan Love is still a young quarterback, and maybe people are pushing him down to 10, 11, 13th because they want to see more from him before they're willing to push him higher up the board because he's a young quarterback. And I guess I get that, but right now I see Jordan Love as a top 5 quarterback. And if I had to rank him myself, I probably would put Mahomes number 1. And then outside of that, I was honestly going back in my mind between Joe Burrow and Joe Burrow and Jordan Love. I think that Jordan Love is more athletically gifted, and he can make some nicer off-platform throws than a guy like Joe Burrow. But I do like the way that Joe Burrow, cool, calm, confident in big game situations, and that's one thing I think Jordan Love can improve on, was the way that last season ended when it came to losing to the San Francisco 49ers, throwing 2 interceptions in that game and a big one there at the end to finish that one off. So he can improve in that area when it comes to being in the playoffs, in big moments, going in and making big plays. But it was his first season starting, and so that's why I would still lean towards Jordan Love, because I think that his ceiling is even higher than Joe Burrow, but I could see why you could put Burrow there. And then I would put Jordan Love still over Josh Allen, because while Josh Allen, I'd say he's a better runner than Jordan Love, and Jordan Love doesn't take off and run that often. I take Jordan Love because he's a better decision maker than Josh Allen. I feel like Josh Allen, more like Brett Favre, throwing up the ball random times when it could be wiser to, maybe make a check down or not force a ball into super, tight windows. I think that Jordan Love is a better decision maker, and that's why I take Jordan Love over Josh Allen. So in my opinion, I think that Jordan Love is easily a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, and I think he's going to do what he did to end off last season, being the best quarterback or one of the best quarterbacks in lots of stats. As I said, 2nd in touchdowns weeks 10 through 18, 3rd or 3 interceptions, which was the lowest among the top 20 quarterbacks in touchdown passes. So the most touchdowns, one of the lowest amounts of interceptions. And then just to end this off, I was curious to see how Aaron Rodgers finished the final 9 games of his 2008 year when it was his first year starting. And in his final 9 games in his rookie or his first year starting, Aaron Rodgers had 16 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. And so Jordan Love in his final 9 games had 4 more touchdown passes than Aaron Rodgers and 6 less interceptions. And so, of course, Jordan Love will need to do it consistently over the long haul to even be considered in the conversation with Aaron Rodgers. But for his first year starting, he was much better than Aaron Rodgers was in the final 9 games of his first season. So that's why I'm pretty confident in Jordan Love and what he's done, this young Packers team, this young Packers offense, and I think that the sky's the limit considering they are, really in the second half of last season, they really started clicking together. And I think we're going to see that same thing continue when the 2024 year starts. But those are my thoughts. If you want more Packers content, feel free to subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys next time.